8 days a week is not enough to show I care. Love you every day, girl, always on my mind. One thing I can say, girl, love you all the time. Hold me, love me, hold me, love me. I ain't got nothing but love, babe. 8 days a week, 8 days a week, 8 days a week.
Oh,
Wow. 8 days a week.
This
8
was
days.
this was innocent. This literally felt like listening to very, very young musicians. Here they literally sound like they were teens. Yeah, that youth energy was brimming.
Yeah, the youthful energy, the youthful vibrancy, the youthful excitement and feelings of being in love definitely is shown here. They want to do something impossible. They 8 days a week, not just 7 days. It's just how much they want to be with this person and be loving this person. Hold me, love me was the said throughout the song, perhaps a zillion times it felt like in just 2.5 minutes. That hold me, love me, but it was sung so beautifully, such beautiful music. It was so earnest, so beautiful that you really believe every single word that the Beatles sung here. It was definitely a touching song, a very romantic, touching song about affection, devotion to this person. More than 7 days in a week, literally, 8 days a week.
Yeah, it's a hyperbole. I like that. I loved it. I definitely love the energy in this one from the Beatles. I didn't know what they actually would sound like when they actually sounded young. I'm sure we were listening to some of the songs that when they were young, but then they
No
didn't
one has
sound like
heard
young.
the old Beatles.
This is all. Yeah, no, we have, right?
Old Beatles?
They didn't
They
really
weren't
make
there.
much music.
They weren't
got
around.
Old. Paul McCartney did.
Yeah, old,
Yeah.
but solo.
Yeah, solo, not together. Yeah, of course, because John Lennon was gone.
And
Much
so
before.
was George Harrison.
Oh, was he? Okay, I don't keep track of the numbers. Yeah, okay. This sounded great. It definitely sounded great. That young energy that people may have fallen in love with the Beatles for is definitely evident in this one. It was all over there, all, and I like that sort of humming that they wanted to get into, but that was too short and only tried twice. They should have tried that more. Only if they knew at that time that what all people like listening to, and then according to that they formulated the songs. It was so early in the day that even they may have learned all these things, that those hooks work better or people like that more, so you got to continue with that. It's like on tele shopping, certain things work better and it's selling, people are buying, so please continue doing that for a little longer, that kind of a thing. So musicians initial days, they didn't know what is gonna click with people more and they will like the song even more because of that. That humming definitely.
Well, love works with everyone. So it's like their pet topic, Beatles.
Yeah, they chose love.
Yeah, they chose love and it was a hit anyway. What about you, Max? What do you think of this song, 8 days a week?
8 days a week. Definitely, they have no sense of the calendar, but I know what they mean really.
I'll tell you something before
It's
you
just a
next.
play on words. It's
No,
just.
no, it's not
It's
a-
not that they believe that there's 8
Wait,
days
wait,
in a week.
1 second.
They hope that there's 8 days in a
Hold
week
on,
because that's
everyone.
how much they love this
Sam,
person.
give me a moment. I know what is up with Max, and I know Max a
I'm
little more than he knows
well, I'm
himself.
secretly yearning to make sure Elvis gets more fans than Beatles.
Exactly, I know that.
Elvis is already in the lead. And I think with all these songs that the Beatles are coming up with, it's going to be hard to beat Elvis.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to. That's why I've been downplaying the song since a while.
Okay, but are they actually not good, or you're just trying to favor
I've
Elvis?
only given one yellow card so far.
So you are planning to give another yellow card?
Well, this song I'm not sure. Maybe for grammatical error I can put it as calendar issues, but Maybe not. But the song was really fun. In general, it's a feel-good song. You have to say a nice
You know,
song
that's
to
Max
listen
for
to.
you. He doesn't. He doesn't care. If he has to be biased, he's biased.
Well,
It's simple.
I don't
And that's
listen to
nice.
music
That's
much. I'm very
nice.
shallow and I listen
You
to
like
select
Elvis.
artists.
Yes, and you love it.
Very few artists I listen to. When I do listen, I'm very shallow, so obviously I'm biased to the ones I like.
So you like System of a Down, you like Elvis Presley, and
Michael
you like
Jackson and all
Michael
of that.
Jackson, and there are a few more, right? Some rappers and all that.
Yeah, enough is the day.
Yeah. So Max is biased, and there are no two ways about it, and he's not shy in admitting it.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Correct.
definitely the Beatles deserve a point for this because I can see this song, the light, playful way it was constructed.
Luckily, Max
lot
meant you were here.
lot of rock bands who came after the Beatles definitely were inspired by songs like this. So hats off to the Beatles for creating something like that. Yeah, you also have to give them credit for writing their own songs.
Yes.
So unless
Absolutely.
it's I'm
Grammatical
mistaken,
error though.
unless I'm mistaken, the Beatles wrote their own songs. So that says a lot about their originality, their creativity, their intelligence at such a young age as teenagers or young adults. They had the intelligence to write songs like this. So that says a lot about them. Today's world, it's very rare to come across musicians who do it all on their own. Of course, their manager had a pivotal role to play in their career, and so did a couple of others along the way. Great song, great song. 8 days a week. It's definitely an exaggeration of what about time in a week, how many days are there. But it's a playful way of saying it, and it's showing how much overwhelming love and longing they have to be with this person. And I love that hook, the way they sing it. 8 days a week, I love you. Something like that, right? That was well done. That is well done. It completely changes the song and elevates it.
That's
to a
exactly what I
different
was
level.
saying. Yeah. It's
That
good.
is well done by
It's
them.
the hook.
At such a young age, teenagers to do something like that, incredible.
I wish they had done that more. The hook.
But of course, we've had so many teenagers now who've been so talented at such a young age
Yeah.
in different disciplines, and the Beatles were probably one of the youngest
Early
and
ones.
early and youngest ones in music to do all this. So hats off to them. So it's now 4-3 on the Elvis versus
Scoreboard.
Beatles fest. It was started with the Beatles versus Elvis fest. Now it's changed to the Elvis versus
I
Beatles
told you
fest.
Beatles.
It says it all, doesn't it? Just by the title. Elvis certainly was the king for good reason. He had it all. He had that performance. He wasn't like a Beatles, like a robot on stage performing.
What can be done?
He had that performance. He had the style. He acted in a zillion movies. He also sang.
Well,
So he had it all.
The song Fever is a cover, right? Not
It's
even
a cover.
written.
It's
But
a cover.
we still
In
loved
a way,
it.
he sung it and
He
felt
owned
like
it.
it was his own.
He owned
He
it.
owned it. So definitely
And
Elvis.
so did John
Hats
and
off
Ed.
is way better a performer than the Beatles or so many other
What can we
artists.
say? Elvis can beat single-handedly the quintuplets here.
Quintuplets here.
The four of them to get a carbon copies of each other, same hair, same look,
yes.
couldn't beat Elvis.
Actually, they were like, just made. One of the first boy bands, you could say. There was this boy group craze in the 90s that came along, early 90s, and there were so many boy groups after that, NSYNC and what are the best of them, Backstreet Boys and all that. So many of
Now
them
we
came
have
along.
BTS.
So Beatles was like the original boy band,
They are the benchmark. Yeah.
Yeah, they were the benchmark.
Yeah.
And they didn't look like robots on stage, to be honest. Whatever little I saw of them, it was robotic. It wasn't real. It just felt like they were told what to do. It was so scripted. But Elvis, wow. Even if it was scripted, he wanted to do his own thing.
I think, yeah.
That's
He just
the
couldn't
magic.
resist.
That's the power of Elvis.
That's the
That
persona.
even if it was scripted, he
I
did
can't
his
do
own
that,
thing.
yeah.
He did it his own way.
I read it mine.
Great. Wow. So no wonder he's leading here. Even though many of our subscribers, and we have thousands of subscribers coming from the UK and countries that love the Beatles so much
Yeah.
in Europe.
Yeah.
But still,
You love Elvis too. Come on.
I guess there are much more fans of Elvis till today than the Beatles will ever have. So, and that says a lot. You don't have too many impersonators of the Beatles.
No.
But you'll have literally 10,000 impersonators of Elvis still in America alone today.
That's another point I
And
read.
yeah, that's another point added for Elvis. Nobody cares about the Beatles. Nobody wants to be the
Impersonate,
Beatles.
yeah.
Impersonate the Beatles. But everyone wants to be Elvis.
Because the persona.
Every person, even females want to be like Elvis.
I know.
On Halloween, you have females who dress up like Elvis. So yeah, I mean,
What can be
crazy.
done? Elvis had a personality, you know, he was beyond the songs. He
Yeah,
actually.
he was beyond the songs. That's
Larger
right.
than a
You
musician.
hit, he was larger than life.
Larger than life.
A big loss to the world that he passed away so young.
It's okay, you know. Sometimes when you put things into perspective, maybe if he had seen those days when nobody was even checking on him, that wouldn't be nice. You know, stars, and then when they are not stars, and then they are just ordinary, doesn't feel good. He died at a high. Even Michael Jackson, they didn't see those people not returning your call days,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Well, it is
But
But you don't need
unfortunate.
to die for it. Just
No, I'm
just
not
retire.
saying so. I'm
You don't
not
need
saying.
to die to see.
I'm
not
not
see
saying
it.
so, but then that phase is very difficult for
You
someone.
can be alive and
to see.
retire.
Well, it can
It's
be.
okay. I feel you.
And people will still call you wanting you
Yeah.
somewhere or
They
the
Well
other.
done.
People don't. They just are spiteful.
Sometimes it is unfortunate to die early, but you know, sometimes if you don't age gracefully, it's a worse fate than death itself. You
It
know,
happens.
there are many people out there who don't
There are
age
many celebrities who
gracefully.
have eaten their own popularity
They-
up by the end of it.
They become miserable and they really can. The
And
years
people
do,
start hating
well,
them.
the years do more harm to them. Really, like I don't know. There's so many of them. Bruce Willis is one of the worst.
Hey, don't go!
examples.
No, please don't.
There's so many.
Mel Gibson.
Oh, come on, no. These are nice.
These
chaps.
people have come in so many third grade movies
Come on,
ever
to
since.
remember those
You
ugly
know,
ones.
they have come in
I
so many
remember.
third grade movies, these people recently in the last few years, that you actually think that they're completely bogus actors.
Yeah, if you're seeing them for the first time, whether it's Mel Gibson or Bruce Willis, you say, these guys are heroes.
You see, those kind of people, they would have been better off if they laid their career to rest a lot
Earlier.
Earlier. So, yeah, Elvis and Michael Jackson kind of lucky that they didn't see those years, you could say, as you say.
I think the Beatles were so extremely lucky with songs like these. They wouldn't have lasted a second in this century.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not now. Yeah.
That's a